The Orioles may have found their top two starters. Charlie Morton, no runs this spring. Tomoyuki Sugano, what a day for him as well. Hello, everybody. I'm Jon Leiberman. This is Orioles Digest. Sugano may well be the Orioles opening day pitcher. That is what I believe. I'm going to get to why in just a moment. Please like, subscribe, do all of the things. This is Orioles Digest, and I am Jon Leiberman. And finally, we come to you with some good news today. Obviously, we had the injury to Grayson. We had the injury to Andrew. None of that is good news. We will continue to monitor that. But Tomoyuki Sugano has looked unhittable, and today he was absolutely outstanding. Let's get right to it. What did he do today? Well, 3 innings pitched, 5 strikeouts, 46 pitches, 29 strikes. He was absolutely unhittable. He was keeping the hitters off balance. He was mixing up his pitches. If you look at his numbers for the full spring so far, he has pitched 7 innings, 7 strikeouts, 0 runs. This is absolutely great news for the Orioles. Now, look, it is early. I get it. I get that this is the first time that major leaguers are seeing Sugano. I get that as well. But remember, and I said this a couple weeks ago, this guy was a superstar in Japan, a 1.67 ERA last year. He can be a superstar here, and I submit to you that if you look at the Orioles' projected rotation right now, again, it's early, but you have Suarez pitching to a 9 ERA. You have Dean Kramer pitching to a 9 ERA. You have Zach pitching to an 8. Zach will be up there. We know that. Sugano, though, I believe, could and should be the opening day starter if, of course, this trend continues. He's looked unhittable. I mean, look at what Andy Koska had to say. Looked like a splitter at 85, forced into a check swing, strike 3. Then he came back with a 75-mile-per-hour curveball that absolutely froze Mike Ford. He was through 3 perfect innings. I mean, just an absolutely great outing. Really good news for the Orioles. And, on a day when, frankly, the Orioles needed some good news. They also got good news with Tyler O'Neill being back in the lineup. His rib injury appeared to be gone, or at the very least, he's good enough to get some reps for the spring. So again, Sugano has emerged at this point as the Orioles' number 1 starter. We're only 3 starts into spring training. I understand that, but he's looked absolutely outstanding. There's somebody else. By the way, Sugano is 35. We understand that. There's somebody who's even older on the Orioles staff as well. His name is Charlie Morton. And Charlie Morton has also looked unbelievable. The 41-year-old has given us another ray of hope for the Orioles and their starting rotation. Take a look at this video real quick. Not that one, but this one. I'm going to show it to you again, too, just so you can see it. A swing and a miss right there with Charlie Morton throwing 3 scoreless innings yesterday, allowing 1 hit, striking out 4, and he looked amazing. I mean, he really, really, really looked good. Let's see what, first let's look at this. This is Charlie Morton through the spring so far. 3 games, 6 innings pitched, 5 Ks, and that 0 ERA. So both he and Sugano share that 0 ERA. Let's take a look at what Hyde had to say about Charlie as well. He said he doesn't look 41. The command, the stuff, you see a lot of 94s and 95s up on the board with a really good curveball. Command is the big thing. Command with 2 really good pitches and multiple weapons to get guys out. So again, Morton has dazzled this spring as well. And look, you look at his numbers from last year, they're really not all that shabby, right? And you remember, Kyle Gibson, at the top of the rotation, and you remember some of these veteran guys. These veteran guys are important to have in the rotation, extremely important. And if Morton at 41 can pitch anywhere near as dominant as he has been this spring so far, he is going to be such an amazing pickup for the Orioles. So you see last year, 30 games. He was a workhorse, 165 innings, 167 Ks, and that 4.1 ERA. But again, Charlie Morton is no slouch. He knows how to pitch. He certainly, understands the assignment for sure. But it's just very heartening to see the no runs given up by Charlie Morton in the spring. And I just want to go back to a couple things. Look, if we're really thinking about it, and that's again Morton with the K. If you're really thinking about it right now, the Orioles are okay. It's never, with the rotation, it's never good news with Grayson getting hurt. Hopefully Grayson's back in late April or so, and we won't have to worry about it. You have Cade Povich waiting in the wings. You have Brandon Young, who's looked good. You have Ronzi Contreras if you need him. Obviously, Suarez has to start pitching a little bit better to pitch his way back in. But the fact of the matter is we're seeing the two veteran presences, in addition to Zach Eflin, and Zach will get right. Zach will be fine. But in addition, you're seeing these two guys. You're seeing Sugano with no runs allowed in 7 innings, and you're seeing Charlie Morton with no runs allowed in 6 innings. Very, very, very good signs for the Orioles. And again, I propose to you, Sugano, as of right now, should be the opening day starter for the Orioles. What do you think? Tell me in the comments. Let me know. One other piece of news before I let you go. The Orioles farm system has fallen to 15th place in the latest MLB.com rankings. They ranked 3rd in the midseason rankings after 3 years as the top-ranked system. Doesn't concern me. Obviously, a lot of these guys are up now. So I have no doubt that Mike Elias and company will be able to build up the farm system. We haven't, really leveraged much of the really good young talent down there. Again, let me leave you with this. Do you all think the Orioles should be going after another starting pitcher? Whether it's a frontline starter, whether it's somebody to just add even more depth. I don't believe we need it right now. I want to hear from you. Do you think so? This is Orioles Digest. I'm Jon Leiberman, and we'll see you soon.